up, guys? Dave from 6 String Stanger. Welcome to number 4 revisit. This is the Stanger Flying V that I did. It's probably been about a year or so, maybe 2 years by now. But yeah, so this is the Flying V. A lot of stories with this one, so sit back, grab your popcorn, kick up your feet, you know, maybe call a friend over, whatever. I can wait. Just hang out here for a little bit. But tons of stories on this one. If I remember, I gotta start writing this stuff down. When I was doing them, I didn't really think about it much. Honestly, I believe this was another Albatross kit, same as my Les Paul that I did. There was no build problems with this as far as like from the factory. Everything came awesomely packed. Everything was good. I had no issues with anything of the guitar itself. The only problem I had on this guitar was me. So what I mean by that is basically everything that came with the guitar was supposed to come with the guitar. Everything was good, right? Actually, it came with gold hardware. I was happy with that. But, you know, stupid old me. I thought, man, I'm going to upgrade this bad boy. I'm going to put EMG HZ pickups, just like in my Explorer that I did. And, you know, it's solderless system, plug and play, ready to go. I thought, man, that'd be awesome for this guitar, and they had gold ones, right? So I ordered some gold EMG pickups off of eBay. No, never again. Never will I do that again. I apologize to no one, because that was my stupidity. Anyway, do not do that. Learn from my mistakes, okay? Because what happened was, especially, I mean, if you order it, make sure it's something you're going to put in right away. That way you know it's good. What happened was, I got the pickups, right? And so, let alone, I was waiting for a while, but I got the pickups, and I put them in, got them all installed. I had a major buzzing issue. I thought it was the ground. I went back in, I pulled out the posts, redid the ground wire, like made it super long, stuffed all that stuff down in there, and it was cool to the point of everything was great on the neck pickup, but the bridge pickup, it like had hardly any power, and it was just like, I don't know if it's grounding itself out from something or what, but there's a lot of buzzing and stuff, and I'm like, man, what the heck? So got a hold of EMG. Long story short on that one, got a hold of EMG. Told them what was going on. They offered to replace the pickup for me. They just needed a proof of purchase and all that stuff, how long I had it. Well, and again, you know me. So I buy these from eBay, and I don't keep the receipt. You know, I mean, I probably got it here somewhere, but I had them for like months and months and months, thinking they'll be fine. They were sealed. Completely sealed in package. I should never think that. But yeah, so I kind of went with that. And next thing you know, right when I go to wire everything up, that's what happened. So they offered, like I said, to replace it. However, I told them what the story was. I bought them off eBay, and I couldn't even remember the company I got it off of because I was so stoked to find them. And it was like 20 or 30 bucks cheaper than I could find anywhere else. And I really wanted gold, you know, that would go with this. So long story short, I kind of got screwed on that deal because they didn't, of course, they did not replace anything for me. They apologized over and over. They said, well, if you had a proof of purchase and, you know, if you had it within a certain amount of time and all this other stuff, they would be more than happy to replace it for me. Which, you know, hey, kudos to EMG. I love EMG. You know, I have no problems with them. EMG is really an awesome company. And it's not so much because of their, you know, I can't even, for me, I can't tell the difference much between active and passive. For me, passive makes more sense because I don't play like each of the guitars that I have a lot. So if I have batteries in them, you know, they may sit there for a long time and the batteries may corrode over time. But, you know, for passive for me, and you can't really tell much of a difference. But anyway, that's the end of that story. Next story was, I needed wires, right? I like wires for the actual kit to wire this bad boy, you know. And so I was able to get the wiring also through eBay. It's just one of those boxes, got like 5 different wires with it, and it's for, you know, certain gauge wire for wiring up a guitar. So I had a lot of fun with that. I waited forever. It was one of those things. Oh, it can arrive anywhere from like May 1st to December 21st. You know, it was like a 3-month span. I'm like, wow, okay, just for wires, you know. So I waited and I waited and I waited, and you know, I put up a video kind of like this where I went insane. Still waiting. Still waiting. Oh God! Please! I just want the wires. I just want the wires. Come on, please. So yeah, among other things, like I said, it was a trying process, but yes, I did eventually get the wires. And, you know, so I ended up using the actual pickups that came with the guitar, which, honestly, I think sound pretty good. So that wasn't all the problems that I had with this guitar. Everything lined up, everything bolted up properly, had no issues with anything other than the wiring part of it, which is my fault, and finishing this bad boy. It does look really good. It turned out great. I'm really impressed with the way it turned out. Now, to be truthful with you, I wanted this to be purple. And the cool part is, under certain light, okay, I have a studio light in here, but under certain light, it's blue, okay? And under other light, like fluorescent lights or, you know, maybe LED lighting, it's actually purple. It's like a rich purple color. And if you go back on my Instagram and stuff, you'll see pictures, or maybe I can pop one up. I don't know if I can do that, but anyway. But yeah, it actually, I wanted it to be a purple color. And, you know, hey, turned out blue or purple, whichever. Kind of neat. It goes in different colors when it's in different lighting. But yeah, that brings me to my next fun time, was doing the finish on this bad boy. Basically, you know, I think I used, that was the first time I used Kita wood dye, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe not. I can't remember. I'd have to go back. That's sad. I can't remember what I did with this. Or maybe it was just the ink refills. I think it might have been the ink refills, because I started using Kita wood dye on the next guitar we'll do, which is my SG. But yeah, so yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the ink refills. Yeah, I put that on there, sanded it back, got everything looking nice and neat. I'm like, okay, it's time to put some clear on this bad boy, right? So I got out and put some clear on it. Just your Rust-Oleum high gloss clear, right? So everything's going great. Get 2 or 3 coats on it. Man, it's looking great. I'm all pumped up. And I put that final coat on it, you know, and I film everything, right? And it was just horrible. I wish I had the camera rolling or keep rolling at that point, because once I put that final coat on, I'm like, okay. You know, I did my spiel. Hey guys, all right. You know, we'll just let that set now. Let it set up. Blah 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 blah. All that. As soon as I shut that camera off, okay. As soon as I shut the camera off, I reached over, and if you know about Rust-Oleum, like, you know, colors or the cans, most of them are white. You got to read. You got to be able to read what you're looking at, right? High gloss, white gloss, you know, whatever, black, it could be anything. So I sat it down, I sat that can down by the white, okay, by white high gloss. So all I did was reach over after I turned the camera off, reached over, I grabbed the can, which I thought was the high gloss. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do one light final coat, make it nice and glossy, right? So I spray it. As soon as it hits, I'm like, what is this? I shook it, sprayed it again. I'm like, it was white. It was white spray paint. I put white spray paint over top of this awesome, awesome clear coat. The clear coat wasn't dry yet, okay? That was the big problem, because if it was dry and I did that, you know, I could have just kind of sanded it out, but yeah, the white kind of went in and kind of started moving around in the clear coat, so it really kind of screwed things up. It made me very angry. My boy was outside with me, Zach, and he was like, he goes, "Oh no, what?" And I'm like, yeah, "It was white, it was white." So I took the can, I slammed it down the ground, I kicked it, and I put my arm around his shoulder and led him back into the house. I said, "Buddy, and that's how you screw things up. That's really how you do it, right there." At that point, I was done. I was so done with this guitar. I was so angry, okay? God, that made me so mad. So what I had to do, I had to regroup. I went out, and there was a delay in all the uploads at that point. So I went out before it got completely 100% dry. I took a putty knife, a metal-edged putty knife, and went up each side of the guitar, each edge of the guitar, because I only did the front at that time, and I got it down back to the bare wood. Then I let that dry, and then I took several different pieces of sandpaper with a sander, sanded it back down to where it was sufficient enough, and then I resprayed it. And I was very, very careful, and I put the white spray paint up, and I used a clear, like I think 3 or 4 coats on top of this, and it turned out better than I thought it was going to, because I thought it was ruined. I thought the whole project was shot. I'm like, man, I've already done videos for this, and now the whole thing's just ruined. Ah! So, yeah, this was a struggle of a guitar, but like I say in all of my videos, and if there was anything as far as to do different on this guitar, I don't know what it would be. Because, I mean, I had trial and error through the whole thing, right? I mean, I wanted the EMG pickups, those didn't work out too well. I ended up putting the factory ones in, which I think sound really good. I don't see any problems with them. Kind of happy I put them in there, actually. But, you know, I mean, I would have really liked to have the EMG in there. I built it all up and had everything, you know, ready to go. I wanted it to work, but it just didn't work out. So that's just the way that goes, I guess. But yeah. You know, I don't know if I would have done anything different to the back. You know, leaving it black and then giving it this natural headstock was really a good idea, I think, too. So yeah, I don't think anything else I would have really changed on it. It turned out great, and sounds good, and it's not that heavy. I mean, the body's a little heavy, but it's not bad. When I do a DIY kit, I will try to make sure that I put the information in the description box when I'm doing it. That way, if you guys want to order one yourself, you can. I went back and looked at my other videos on this guitar before I got started with this video, and unfortunately, I didn't leave any links to it at all. But I'm pretty sure it was through Albatross. I don't know if they make it now or not. I'm noticing a lot of guitars that I've done, they don't carry them anymore. So I do apologize on that. But the idea, I guess, or what I should do, like I said, is when I'm doing this or starting to do it, I should leave a link in the description of the guitars that I do. That way you guys can get a chance to mess with one if you want one yourself. Okay guys, that'll do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the Stanger V guitar. Kind of interesting and fun on this one. Like I said, there was no problems with it. This is a simple bolt-on neck. I mean, I didn't know if I'd like the bolt-on necks, but it's kind of cool just because you just bolt it on. The neck lined up perfectly with the strings and the bridge, the perfect distance from everything. There was I didn't really mess with the intonation much at all. Didn't need to. Everything was in pretty well halfway decent shape. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you're enjoying this series. Maybe, maybe not. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you want to help support the channel in any way, you can go check out the Stanger merch shop and maybe get you some Stanger merch, t-shirts, whatever you want. If you don't want to, no big deal. Just let me know it's available. And we will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to all my new subscribers. You guys rock, as always. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, it's all about the music. Later on, guys.